pay attention. This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on that name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. Another show spread fake news. We just call it podcast. Wes, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dalton. And you know that boy hit you. He said he wants small fries. Tell him they better make him big. Yeah, you already know what we be on.
You bet. Here he goes. This place is gone.
If we set it and set it in stone, sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
Straight steal of home. The slide. The Cards win.
The magic is working tonight. How do you know when things are
The emotional journey to the championship.
What is up? We are coming to you live from the Shoot 360 studios. It's the longest running streaming podcast series in the city devoted to the University of Louisville athletics. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast brought to you by Prime IV Louisville. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman. Here with me today, it is Louisville football beat writer, Sam Basin.
What up, what up?
Across from him, the big little brother, Joe Wyman.
Acknowledge me.
Gosh, dang it, y'all. Across from him, diagonally, and we got something exciting for Shawn, or exciting news about Shawn that we're going to release later on in the show. But listen, he's the one, the only, the lonely one. It's Shawn Barber.
How's it going?
And last but not least, he's going to bring you the keys to laughter, the keys to success, the keys to getting free water. It's our guy, Wes Keyes.
Dang, you're still up.
What's up, everybody?
What's up? Listen, great weekend so far. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or however, send us your questions on social media. Check out the graphic below to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media, or how to help support us a little bit monetarily, if you will. Hit the thumbs up button while you're here on YouTube. Make sure you're watching on YouTube if you can. It'll help us out more. And let me take a little breath. Shout out to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Four Pegs, the Collision Course Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pickin, Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, Rally House, Beckmanns FineBladeZ, Josh Jarboe from Remax Realty, and of course, Prime IV Louisville. And some of y'all have asked me here recently, well, what do all the sponsors do for you? Well, it's none of your business, first off. But secondly, here's the thing. We get new software upgrades from time to time. None of you guys have ever paid for any of the equipment upgrades or for the monthly services or anything. Is that correct for me to say?
Yes.
With my blood, sweat, and tears.
The Buzzsprout, that costs something monthly. Restream costs something monthly. They cover those costs for us. They upgraded our studio equipment. I think it was a couple years ago, right? 2023, 22, something like that. It bought our production stuff that we're working on right now. So it does stuff like that. And I know what you're saying next. Well, why don't you bums buy it yourself? Well, here's the thing. We're doing this to provide entertainment for you all, so you pay for it. No, I'm just kidding. So we get people like that. And then, yes, some of them give us cash money, which we use to pay our bills, and some of them provide services. Speaking of services provided, are you ready to take your health to the next level? Prime IV Hydration and Wellness has a special promotion just for you, fans of Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Join us now and receive 1 month free with a 6-month membership. This offer is only available for a limited time, so head over to Prime IV in Middletown to enjoy their customized IV treatments and expert care. Elevate your wellness routine today. Give them a call at 502-251-9836. When are we going for the next one? I'm going to go with y'all. We're going to bring Sam up. We're going to all get it.
November 15th is what I'm going to set mine for.
November 15th? Okay. Is that
the Saturday after the Friday night Clemson game?
Okay. So that's probably a pretty good day.
Right at a
Okay.
over a month
Okay.
after the first one.
What's the girl's name? Is it Ava or Eva? Yeah, it's Ava. I think.
I
don't care about that. I think Sam would like Ava a lot, just because I know Sam's type. Now, I'm not saying she's open to be dated, but listen. If you got a type, you like to be taken care of.
Lauren
by said type. So it is what it is. Look, we got a monster episode coming up in 2 weeks, episode 300. All your favorite CSZ podcast members will be here in the building, along with the greatest of all time. Probably 1A. You got 1A, 1B. Some people say Lamar Jackson. That's the younger folk. But people who are older than 35 years old, they remember a guy named Chris Redman. And he'll be in the building with us. He was my quarterback at U of L. Along with the very full of himself, incomparable, and sometimes dishonest Steve Rummage. He'll be in the building with us. And we got a special guest we're working on to come in as well. We haven't got a 1,000% on that just yet, but it'll be a good time. Before we get started with the recap from last night, let's go ahead and watch the chat line. It's going so fast, it is glitching on me. Anthony Easton says, "What's up, 55 in the crew?" All right. Chop says, "I can't acknowledge anybody who thought Louisville was going to win 56-0 over BC." Who said that?
No, I said 60-something.
No, that would be me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. You said 56-0?
Yeah, I didn't think they would score.
Okay, Chops. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and flame Shawn. Flame him. Anthony Easton says, "Just winning where you're getting in that CFP." And then Chops again says, "I was hoping UNC was going to pull it out against." Listen, here's the thing. I think Virginia is not that good of a team. They have overtime Florida State duty team. Then they followed it up with overtime against us. Got lucky because we decided we were just going to give them a ball a lot and see if we could catch up to them. Next week at SMU, or I think it was at SMU, maybe it was at Virginia. I don't remember which one it was. But they had to secure a safety with very few seconds left on the clock. They won by 2 because of it. So that's a de facto overtime.
Oh, yeah, that was Washington State. That's right.
What Washington State? I said SMU. I'm sorry. Washington State. Thanks, Shawn, for correcting me, bastard.
I think they're in last place in the Pac-12.
The Pac-2, you mean?
Well, still the Pac-12, but
they're in 12th place in the Pac-2. And then North Carolina, there's not been a team more encompassing of loser status than them, and they barely escaped because North Carolina decided to go for 2 instead of just kicking the point. Georgia Tech is the worst undefeated by far. I don't agree with that. I don't. But then again, I don't know who all the undefeated teams are. I think Georgia Tech's legit. I think they showed it against Miami. I think they proved it a couple other weeks. I think they're going to surprise if they make the college football playoff. I think they win a game and surprise some people. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's what we love about this show. We're not going to tell you you're wrong. There's a lot of parity, but we're not going to tell you you're wrong. But if you are wrong, we are going to absolutely flame you the next week. I'm just kidding, maybe. All right, well, let's get into it. Cardinals overcame a slow start defensively to put down the Eagles. Boston College got on the board first when they drove down the field and hit the field goal to go up 3-0. Cards gave up 38 yards rushing on the first drive after only allowing 63 all game to Miami. Cards stormed right back on their first play from scrimmage when Isaac Brown had a 73-yard run that almost went to the house. First and goal from the 2. The Cards gained only about a yard and a half. Miller Moss nearly fumbled running the tush-push play, but scored from the 1. 7-3 Louisville. Took 1 minute, 47 seconds. The rest of the first quarter was kind of a draw. We headed to the second quarter. The first play of the second quarter was a bust on a trick play. Boston College goes up 10-7. This really felt a lot worse at the time than it was because of the way the first quarter dragged by. A 3-and-out by Louisville, followed by 2 straight BC turnovers on downs, showed that Louisville defense had woke up. They were alive. On Louisville's 4th possession, it started off with a scare. Chris Bell appeared in real time to have fumbled, but it was proven by replay to be an incomplete pass. Keywan Brown then caught a pass in the flat and took it 49 yards down to the 10. I don't know how many receiving yards Keywan Brown had. I know how many rushing yards he had.
It says 38 yards.
1 reception for 38. That one.
Well, they said on the broadcast 49. I typed it as it was going. So
that's Chris Bell. Chris Bell had 49.
Yeah.
Why does it say whatever? Chris Bell took it 49 yards down to the. Wait, Chris Bell only had 49 yards the whole game.
4 receptions, 49 yards.
So then this, I don't know.
Keywan Brown was 1 reception, 38 yards.
Okay, well then this is the one that was the 38 yards down to the 10 at the 2-minute warning. Have no idea why the announcers messed that up.
Well, he was off all night long.
Yeah, they were.
After a 2-yard rush, Lamar Moss took it in from 9 yards out to make it 14-10 Louisville. It's Boston College's ball with 1 minute 40 left, and after 40 seconds, they go on a 3-and-out. After a masterful 3-down defensive clinic, Louisville gets the ball with 1:02 left on the clock, plenty of time to score. Isaac Brown hadn't been seen since he took a hard lick in the first quarter. He came back with a vengeance on this series, and like magic, it took one play, 62 yards to the house, touchdown, 21-10 Cards, just like that. It was Boston College's ball with 1 minute left in the half. They got 2 yards on first, overshot on second. Just like that, it's third down. He overshoots on third. And another 3 and out with 45 seconds left. We forced them out with about 17 seconds on that drive. Cards get the ball back again. On Louisville's fifth possession, they start off at the 35 with 37 seconds left. Drive down the field to get into field goal range. About to score. Very, very happy. But Ranvier's kick boinks off the post with no time left in the first half. Louisville takes their 21-10 lead into the half. Isaac Brown, 151 yards and a touchdown at the half. Moss had only thrown for 74 yards at this point. Louisville received the second half kickoff, and on the first play from scrimmage, Isaac Brown fumbled, and BC took over with a great field position. The Eagles get 10 on first down, and another gadget tight end play gives Boston College an easy score. Cards mess up. BC scores again, 21-17 Louisville. They cut into the lead. Then there were 3 alternating 3 and outs by each team that led to the start of Turnover Fest 2025. Boston College gets the ball at the 26. On the first play, they fumble. Watts scoop and score touchdown. No, they were overruled because the whistle blew and the play was dead. But Louisville did get possession deep in the Eagle territory. Boston College still has lost every fumble they have committed this season. Lacey for 4 on first down, and then Moss hits a beautiful 22-yard strike to Lacey for a touchdown, 28-17 Cards. They extended their nation-leading streak of scoring 24 points in 21 straight games. 21 straight games. A BC 3 and out was followed by a Moss tipped ball interception. However, the defense helps their quarterback out as Clev Lubin jumps up, as Joey said on the show Friday night with Eric McLean. Lubin got his hands up. Gerard catches it. Cards football again in the blink of an eye. U of L commits a plethora of penalties, hadn't committed many to that point, and it was the end of the third quarter. Starting off the fourth quarter, the Cards set up for what appeared to be a long field goal, but it was a fake. Instead, they punt the ball, and it was down at the 4 by the kicker, Cooper Ranvier. I don't know if that was necessarily a fake field goal to a punt, but it sure looked like it on the TV. If you were there, you probably have a different outlook on that, but that's the way it looked on the TV. Boston College has another 3 and out, defense doing their thing, but U of L immediately turns it back over after a blindside sack where Moss fumbled during Turnover Fest 2025. But wait, there's more. Boston College lines up, throws the ball right to Caleb Perry, and it's Louisville ball again from the 30. At this point, all of our emotions are going wild. It's crazy. The Cards get into scoring range, and they're probably a little angry too. And a Cooper Ranvier made field goal makes it 31-17 Cards. Boston College then marches right down the field. They go for it on fourth down and get it. They then score on a 21-yard touchdown pass. The lead was cut down to 7. It's 31-24 Cards at this point. Cards just cannot get out of their own way, which was actually the name of my post-game post at first until Shawn taught me into something a little easier. U of L compounded that with a 3 and out of their own, punts the ball to Boston College with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in the game. It was once again on the defense to secure the bag, win the game. Boston College takes possession of the ball on the 26, gain of 3, converted first down at 2nd and 8. The Eagles throw it away. Another pass was defended on third down. This was, I believe, the series where, was it TJ Quinn almost intercepts it like 2 out of the 3 plays?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I know it's that series. Is that the player that almost intercepted it was TJ Quinn, or was it a different?
No,
okay.
it was Hutchinson.
Hutch. There you go. Well, if I'd read a little bit.
He should have had 3 picks last night.
It's fourth down. Boston College decides to punt it with 3 minutes left. Okay, Cards will take that break. U of L just had to run out the clock. Keywan starts off the possession with a 3-yard gain, followed by a 5-yard gain by Isaac Brown. It left the Cards with a third down. A clutch 18-yard catch by Skinner makes it 1st and 10 from the opponent 43. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. We can almost run the clock out. Isaac Brown for 2 yards, followed by a 15-yard flag for holding. It's 1st and 20. Keywan gets the ball the next play, almost nothing. 2nd and 19, a big play was needed, and a big play was delivered. Keywan Brown takes the ball 66 yards to the house, puts the game away. His long touchdown run makes it 38-24 Louisville. Chris Bell makes an explosive block that springs Brown. BC gets the ball with 1:18 left, does nothing with it. Cards win. Here's the highlights. Isaac Brown, 14 rushes, 205 yards, tutty. Keywan, 10 rushes, 95 yards, tutty. He also had how many yards receiving?
38.
38. So that's a great game by Keywan. Louisville had 3 60-yard touchdown plays. 319 yards rushing. Eric McClain called that on the show Friday night. Hope to have him back on for basketball at some point this season. 3 different Cardinal rushers get a touchdown with Brown, and Moss. Here's the
The law firm of
Brown, and Moss. TJ Quinn, 12 tackles, a pass deflection, and a tackle for loss. Caleb Perry, 11 tackles, an interception, and a tackle for loss. Hutch, 9 tackles, 2 pass deflections, a tackle for loss, 3 almost interceptions, and that's a stat that I take down. And Wesley Bailey, 6 tackles, 2 sacks. Bailey is. We talked before the season about somebody else on that D line was going to have to step up because Lubin was going to be the main target. Bailey's been every single thing that Sam. I think it was Sam. I know I did, but I believe Sam was also like, I think Bailey's going to be that guy to step up. He's done just that. Defense forced 3 turnovers to offset the 3 we committed offensively. Cards start off at 6-1 for the second time under Jeff Brom. Let's get to the Georgia Tech hasn't played Miami. Did I say they played Miami?
Yeah, but I think you meant
Clemson. Sorry. Thank you. That's
okay.
That's what I meant. Orange is orange. Come on.
Not to Sam.
No, that's true. That's very, very true. Sam, you went to the game last night, correct?
Yes.
What were your thoughts after the game?
First off, the atmosphere. It's been a while since I was able to just sit there in the stands and just enjoy it as a fan. Because we're in the media room, there's no cheering at all. So you gotta. But outside of that, the product on the field, I was kind of nervous a little bit in the first quarter because Boston College was able to move the ball at will, especially when we had them on 3rd down, and we had a couple 3rd down and longs. But
3rd and 12, first drive.
yeah, and I think it was the first 3rd down they had, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So but I knew the defense was going to eventually make the adjustment. I didn't think Boston College could score that much. 24 is a lot for them, I guess. But outside of that, I was really impressed with the offensive line. For the most part, they open up the holes, and let's not forget the wide receivers blocking downfield. Like you mentioned, I think Shawn mentioned it. No, it was Jeremy. I'm sorry, but the Chris Bell block for Keywan. I think he also had the block for Isaac as well.
Yes, he did.
So you don't have long runs like that without your tight ends and wide receivers blocking downfield. So I was impressed with like I said, with the offensive line opening holes and the run and the wide receivers blocking. In terms of the defense, they've been cooking all year. I want them to continue to do that too.
And I will say this, took them a little bit to get going yesterday. The thing that we have, and I'll also say this. A lot of people were like, well, they scored multiple touchdowns on you all. I believe 2 of those were off turnover, so it was a short field, and we had already been on the field for a long time. So I can overlook – I'm not making excuses. I can overlook that type of stuff. But we need to have them going from the jump. The offense has already tried they've done better as the years went on at starting off a little bit, not waiting until the second quarter to get going. We just have to continue that. We're in a really weird spot right now because at 6-1, any other year you'd be like, man, we got a good shot to do a lot of good things. I mean, maybe we are in line to make the playoff. Maybe we're in line to make the conference championship. Like who knows? But right now, there's just so many teams ahead that you just don't know what's going to happen. So it's going to be real interesting. We talked before the show, there are a couple, and I'm going to go through those really quick because I meant to. There are a couple of opportunities this week. Cards move up to 16 and 15 and 16, or 16 and 17.
16 and 17.
Yeah, 16 and 17 is
15 the football writers.
Right. So this coming up week, 10:15 p.m. Number 16 Cincinnati. They face Utah. Utah's favored in that game. There's one. Number 15 Virginia at Cal. Will that lucky streak end at Cal?
Cal's not a bad team.
I think so. So there's two spots right there. Tennessee and Oklahoma. We talked about this being kind of a kissing your sister type situation, which is funny with Shawn. He's got two sisters. Because if Oklahoma beats Tennessee, they jump us. If Tennessee beats Oklahoma, it doesn't benefit us at all because we're already ahead of them in the polls. Obviously, you can get the upset special anywhere. Miami plays at SMU. Miami's been looking to trip. That was their clunker game. You know, people were like, "Oh man, Miami's really falling off after losing one in a row." And they started off kind of slow against Stanford yesterday. I believe it was Stanford. And then all gas, no brakes with it. So I don't. This may be an unpopular opinion. I don't necessarily want Miami to lose another game. I think that makes us look. I know that makes us look better, and I think that we need to cheer for them up to a certain point because we don't.
Georgia Tech wins out, and if we win out, like cheering for Miami does help us out because we're ahead of them. Like they can't jump us, and like for the.
Well, I mean, they could.
Well, Virginia's still ahead of us too.
Well,
yeah.
So I wanted to make a point on that. So Virginia plays at Cal this week. Then they played Wake Forest at home the next week, and then they play Duke, which I believe Duke for some reason, and those how they project out, Duke's actually favored in that game. So they've got three really tough games in a row, and how they've done in three of those, and in 3.5 overtime games, we'll say, they're going to drop one in there.
And who's the Duke got this week? They're like a slight. Duke's
playing UConn.
Okay, so who do they play next week?
The next game. Oh no, I'm sorry, Clemson. Duke's playing Clemson.
Okay, and it's like Duke's a 2.5 3-point.
They're a 3.5-point dog.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Texas, number 20. They got Vanderbilt. That would help us out. I don't think Texas would jump us after that. Georgia Tech, only 6.5-point favorite at NC State. So there's plenty of opportunities ahead of us. And then this week's a really weird week because you've got number 10 has a bye this week. Number 6 has a bye. Number 4 has a bye. Number 3 has a bye. Indiana plays at Maryland. We all know how Joey feels about Maryland.
That might be 56-0.
Maybe so. And then Ohio State versus Penn State. Does anybody think that we don't normally cover other ones, but since I already got the games of interest for this week done, does anybody else think that Penn State has a chance?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, they're probably in the bottom third of the Big Ten right now.
Even so, new head coach, that defense Ohio State has is.
Penn State gave up 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, when they lost to UCLA,
they gave up.
Yeah.
So another thing I want to kind of take people to tag. No, wait a minute. I didn't get finished. Shawn, what were you only got to watch like 3/4 of the game, but what was your thoughts?
I found it interesting that Boston College is checking a lot the line.
You did point that out multiple times.
Like as if they knew what our defense was in, and they were check, and a couple of times they caught us. That's how they got some of those plays off. They got big plays with that. They caught us out of whack on that. Offensively,
you like being caught in whack, right?
Are you trying to say that Garrick McGee may have given them out? No, I'm just kidding.
Offensively, what I do like is even though the blitz got home a couple of times, I really liked what I saw out of Isaac Brown. He picked up quite a few blitzes though, including one. He chipped the guy blitzing up the middle on that touchdown to Lacey late in the game in the third quarter. If he doesn't pick that up, Miller Moss is getting sacked and maybe fumbling the ball. That was an unsung play to me. Okay. I really liked what I saw in him. I'm hoping if he gets those fumbles figured out, he will be a complete back that you can play all 3 downs the time.
They need to do him like they did in the program over.
Oh yeah,
like carry your football wherever you go.
and one other one, Chris Bell.
Oh
Chris
my gosh.
Bell.
Well, what about Rihanna?
No, God. Chris Bell, though, he's going to be an NFL receiver
I
because
get
of
it.
games like this.
Because of the song "Run It," because you're like Chris Bell can run it.
I was just about to say that.
But he only had 4 receptions, 49 yards, but he had the 2 key blocks that busted those runs.
Well, that's what happens when you don't throw to him at all in the first half. He only gets 49 yards.
Well, then we tried to force it to him a lot in the second half.
Yeah. 10 targets. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Joey, anything to add there that hadn't already been said?
Well, I know I said before the game, the defensive line and the front seven's they're not necessarily getting pressure on the quarterback, but they're, getting
penetration,
getting their hands on a lot of balls. This last half of the season, I need to see them get to the quarterback. We need some more than just pressures or giving them happy feet. We need some consistent QB knockdowns, sacks, tackles for getting back there and wreaking a little havoc. And I think they can.
Wes, what about? So I know you are also normally I go to you for the thoughts from the stands and not Sam. Little gaff, if you will. Yesterday we didn't get in the press box, but we were on the field, and Jeff Nunn has taken some phenomenal pictures. He just wasn't able to stay up late enough to edit them, so it may take him a couple days. But what was the feeling in the stands? I mean, surely it wasn't as bad as it was in the group chat.
Nah, it was definitely the atmosphere, like Sam said, was amazing. It was a great crowd. There was a lot of anticipation. You could tell people were happy. The team was coming back from beating Miami. You could feel it in the building. Like there was a groundswell in there. Even though it wasn't completely packed, it was dang near full. Like the atmosphere outside the stadium, talking to the guys leading up, walking with my brother. Just the whole vibe was just great. Yeah, the game was close, and I mean it gives you a heart attack every once in a while. But yeah, it was definitely a good vibe.
Shout out to our guy, former Cardinal coach Vance Bedford, tuning into the show. We appreciate you, Coach.
50,320 was the attendance.
Yeah.
Now,
I felt like a lot of them left.
I was going to say, a lot of people saying after the third quarter, a lot of people left.
Yeah.
As usual.
On the broadcast, you could see, like, especially the lower bowl was scarce.
And that's what
yeah.
It's because of the game got close. The people just thought we were going to lose the game. It got close. People were just like, let's beat the trap. We're gonna pull an old school Louisville and just.
It was kind of chilly though. I would say.
It was 57 degrees. But
it felt a little bit colder. It did.
But
well, you know what I say to those people?
It did.
Bring a sweatshirt. Bring somebody to hug up next to you. Sorry, Shawn.
Or don't stand out there with your shirt off.
Yeah, that
too.
Got to stop with the negativity though, man. And I'm not just talking about. I love to pick on the group chat because there's a couple of bipolar Bettys in that group chat. Shout out to people with bipolarness. I know it's not something you do on purpose. I'm not making light of the situation, but we have a couple of people that are just like, if it's exhausting to. I normally turn my chat off during the game because
it was very exhausting.
Joey jumped out of it because it was so exhausting. It's like one play we get 15. Yeah, we're the best team ever. Lost it 2. Man, we suck. We got to get new coordinators. We got to do.
Lord Jesus.
It was affecting my mental.
Wow. But the thing I saw the most on social media last night was the narrative: good teams don't have issues with bad teams, and I'm here to tell you that's absolutely not true. Great teams get upset every year. I was happy to hear after the game the people on the broadcast saying echoing the same thing. Louisville overcame a scare. Good team. Actually, they said great teams know how to handle adversity.
They find a way to win.
Find a way to win. So it's just like I get it though, because it does seem that we have always had an issue with putting away the bad teams and we play good against the good ones. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time.
here's where it's irritating and frustrating to me is because before the game, it's the narrative that Jeff Brom has beaten 4 top 5 teams and then followed it up with a loss.
Yep.
We won the dang game, guys.
Facts.
So he broke that streak. Take that. Just if
No
you
did
have
it.
negative thoughts in your mind, just leave them there. They won the game. They won by 14.
Yeah.
We finished. We put them away at the end, like dagger, nail in the coffin, whatever you want to call it. That's where it's frustrating to me. A win is a win.
Yeah.
If you win by 1, if you win by 60, a win is a win. At the end of the season, if we're 11-1, it doesn't matter how much we beat Boston College by.
It does.
Yeah.
But you
I
gotta
agree.
also
Honest.
go ahead, Wes.
No, I was just gonna say, honestly, me and my brother pretty much sat close to Boston College's bench. I'm like, if you don't think Bill O'Brien's out there coaching for his job, this is a man who's a national champion, a Super Bowl champion. If you didn't think he was gonna come to play tonight, last night he had a chance to upset somebody.
And they were prepared, like Shawn said, checking
Yes.
almost every play. They were checking. Look, guys, Virginia Tech's up next. We've only played them twice since we've joined the ACC. Once here, destroyed them. Once there, we lost. It's only a 6-hour drive away. So maybe something to look into. We go stay the night, Friday night somewhere.
Catch a
Or actually
Celtics
just
game.
get up early. Or no, even better, so we don't have to waste any money on a hotel. Get up early Saturday morning. Sam can get his credentials. I'll get some credentials. Joey and Shawn can sit outside, and we can. No, I'm just kidding. But we're going into a tough environment. Even the team isn't doing as well. Can we go to that tough environment? We're favored by 10 to 13, depending on which site you look for. Betting odds will be out tomorrow morning on CardinalSportsZone.com. Can we go to a tough environment even with the team that we're playing is not doing that well and do our thing? Wes, I'm going to go with you first. I'm not asking for a prediction or a spoiler. I'm just asking you, can we go to a ruckus environment and play a team that's not doing that well this year? Instead, my whole before I finish that question, my whole thing all week, I was talking to Brady Brown. I said, tell them to treat every game like they're playing Miami. The way they prepared for Miami was immaculate. Do that every week. Now, I don't know if it was just a case of overlooking this team and still being able to dust them off, but can we go to the insane environment that is Lane Stadium? I believe that's the name of it, and do our thing.
Yeah, I definitely believe we can. I think Coach Brom has these guys ready. I think Coach English, the entire coaching staff, these guys are coming to play, and they understand the little things. I know we live by the coachisms of 1-0 every week and this, that, and the third. No, I think these guys are coming to play every week. They're ready, especially that defense. They're all gas, no brakes. Every chance they get. They are playing full throttle, pedal to the metal every time we see them. The offense, it's good to see Isaac back healthy, but I think this team as a whole, when they're going, they can beat anybody. We saw that last week. They can beat anybody. We saw last week, this week, the whole season. They can beat anybody when all systems are go.
Shawn.
It's just a matter of, do they handle that environment? The good news is it's not a night game, I don't believe, so that helps.
No.
3 p.m.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, that helps a lot. They're not great, but they have played better under the new head coach. So can we win? It's just a matter of as long as we stay focused. That's what I've been saying from here on. You got to stay focused. That's how you lose games like this. If you are worried about other things other than that game at that time, if you're looking ahead or you're looking at the polls or whatever, it's just a matter of coming out, focus, do your job, and you're going to win. And they'll win easily too if they do, especially the defense does what they've been doing. Because I'll tell you, they played Drones twice now, and most of the time he's looked very bad against our defense, even when it wasn't as good as it is this year.
Now, where did Drones play before Virginia
He
Tech?
played at Virginia Tech. He's been
really,
yeah. As far as I know, he's been there the whole
so we've only played him twice, and it was like 8 years apart. How we played him really well?
Well, we played him when we played last time. We beat him, and
right?
We turned him over. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I thought you meant like multiple times. Chris Curry says breaking news: Isaac Brown and Kewan Brown are really fast and BC's defense ran out of gas. Aaron Walker said, man, I'm just glad we found a way to win. It's okay to be frustrated with the execution, but we have to be happy we won by 2 touchdowns and move on. 6-1 is a good start. Chris Curry says our defense can set records against Virginia Tech. That's a bold prediction, and I don't hate it. Anthony Easton says the old saying is defense travels. Absolutely. Joey, what about you? What do you expect the game plan will be against Virginia Tech?
Just need to take that crowd out of the game. You take that crowd out of the game, it's their advantage is gone. I mean, that's one of the probably 10 places in college football that their 12th man is really a 12th man, right? So
facts.
You can get out there and get off to a fast start on offense if you can get out there and get the quarterback on the ground, force them into some bad situations. You can take that crowd out of that game early. We're playing at L&N Stadium, basically.
Sam?
Yeah, I think we can go up there and get a win. It's all about, like you say, your preparation the week before, your focus during the preparation, and your focus during the game. And if you just come in there with that mindset, that mind frame that you're going to do the little things, every play matters, every step matters, every possession matters, you can come out there with what you said, a 10-point spread or whatever.
Yeah, 10-13, depending on which side.
You can come away with a 2-touchdown lead, 2-touchdown victory. Because Virginia Tech is not the Virginia Tech we've been used to seeing, and the good thing is it's not a night game, like you said. It's not a night game.
But shouldn't it be dark by the time it's over? Or?
Well, it'll be over by halftime, but
okay,
it won't be dark.
All right,
here we go.
All right.
We set the clocks back that night too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. But that'll be after the game. Yep. The clocks.
It should still be light.
Okay.
The game's over.
Well, listen, I do want to extend an apology, and I'm not going to get into why, because y'all know I have a trying to think of the word I'm looking for. I have a standard of not calling out individual athletes by name. Maybe I say quarterback, or maybe I say running back, or maybe I say quarterback, but I don't say them by name. I need to extend an apology to our offensive line because we blamed them for some things at the beginning of the year that is clear and evident now wasn't necessarily all their faults. So I apologize to the offensive line. Maybe the quarterback did have enough time to throw the ball and just got spazzy and decided to, it is what it is. But I don't call out particular players, so I won't say quarterbacks or names or anything like that. But it is what it is. And you know what? I'm thinking we need to start a new segment. Maybe we need to have Eric on every Friday night where he does a segment that's called Stay in Your Mac Lane, and he tells a certain ACC team or players to stay in their lane. We'll see. We'll see if we can get him to budge on that. Maybe he's too busy to do it. I think he probably would be too busy anyway. He was gracious enough to join us Friday night. We do appreciate that. Speaking of new segments, well, no, not speaking of new segments. Let me reset for a second. The hottest segment that's sweeping the nation. Let's go ahead and roll the footage.
De nada.
Well, speaking of new segments, since we know that, I think it's time to make a change. Now, we need to bring back Pronounce This with Higgy. That was always a really good one. But I think it may be almost time, and maybe we retire that next week.
Because it's never going to happen.
But we bring it back. Okay, so retire is a strong word. Maybe we put it on the shelf until it does happen, to where he could be like, we roll. Listen,
we give it a Viking funeral.
Here's what I ultimately, and I'm going to be Shawn in this one. This is what I ultimately hope to happen at some point. Yeah, boy!
I've been watching too many Marvel movies with the alternate timeline.
Well, I mean, if I watch any comic book movies, that may be a thing, but I don't watch those.
They're awesome.
But I digress. We are going to roll out a brand new segment for you all because we think that Shawn's about to make he's going to attempt to try. We have thought for so many years he wasn't even going to try. He just was okay with having his hands in his pockets. Now, if there's holes in the pockets, we don't know. But we thought that.
Non-ball corner pocket.
So 2 weeks. God dang. 2 weeks from today, we're going to roll out the new. We don't have a name for it, but Shawn is going to give you his best pickup lines that he's used that week on females, and we're going to tell him why it didn't work. That's going to be hilarious. We're going to have some fun with that. Speaking of having some fun, we already said after the Clemson game, we're going to head out to Prime IV Hydration and Wellness.
Okay.
Do you know at Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, they believe in the power of personalized healthcare. Their memberships are designed to provide you with regular access to top quality IV drips and injections tailored to your unique needs. Discover the benefits of consistent wellness treatments and join the Prime IV family today. Your journey to better health starts here. Give them a call at 502-251-9836. Great sponsors at Prime IV. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate Josh Jarboe, Beckmanns FineBladeZ, Rally House, Planet Fitness, Mossy Oak, Shoot 360, Peyton, Steven, and them. Much love. Sydney and Nolan and them at Cherry Pickin. Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Four Pegs, and Fitness Market. Let's get the chat line cleaned up really quick. Okay, Chris Curry says we are back to being a team Super Bowl. I like that. I'm not really sure if Virginia Tech's scared of us. I don't know that a whole lot of teams are scared of Louisville, but we're hoping to put the fear of God in a bunch of teams going forward. Let's rewind a couple days back. We talked about it a little bit Friday night. Louisville loses to Kansas. We got Bucknell coming up on Tuesday. But at the time, it was fresh. The game had just ended. We started the podcast, so there wasn't a lot of time for regular reaction. But we sure did see a lot of overreaction on social media. And Shawn, I'll let you start. I've let Wes start first. I've let Sam start first. I'm gonna let you start first on this one. Do we need to be worried, or was it exactly what it was supposed to be? A practice, a scrimmage, a test to see where we needed to improve. What were your thoughts on the game overall?
I think some of our players are just trying very hard. They want to make a good impression, and when you do that, sometimes you overdo things. You get out of your comfort zone, get out of what you do best, trying to really impress people. And I felt like that was something that was going on. And the other thing was we ran a lot of different lineups out there. And it wasn't, he was trying to figure out who was going to work well together. Like we had the little run with Khalifa and Kobe Simmons when they came in.
Kobe Simmons?
No, just let him go. Let him cook.
Regardless.
How did Kobe Rogers do?
Kobe Rogers, yeah. Jesus.
Where the heck did you get Simmons?
Don't it was a recruit from way back when. So Kobe Rogers and Ali Khalifa, when they were on the floor, we went on a run. After that, he pulled them, even though we were on a run. They weren't really tired, I saw. But he wanted to see, all right, let's bring back in Michael Brown. Let's bring in, I believe he brought back in Frew at that point, and see, okay, can they keep the momentum going? He's trying to figure out who can rely on when it's really matters. Whereas I don't think Kansas was just out there. I mean, they had one guy that was hitting all the shots. Some of them were open, some of them weren't. We saw one that he hit with a guy. It was perfect defense.
Yeah, there were multiple that he hit that he just nicked somebody.
Yeah, so I just think it's a lot of overreaction.
I just was interested in seeing how Rodney Rice was going to do out there for us. Joey, what about you?
I was not worried whatsoever because, again, it's an exhibition. It is Kansas.
That made it feel a little bit like it should have been more serious. But
how much did we lose by? 11? 9?
8.
Okay, 8 points. And it felt like we should have lost by 30, right?
Yeah.
So, again, when we say take the 14-point win against Boston College, like, this is a practice, and he wasn't going out there. Like, did he want to lose a practice? Probably not. But like Shawn said, he was running multiple lineups out there. He's trying to figure out, well, not just who works well together, but they've been playing against each other. Like maybe he's also looking at people's stamina, things like that, right? Some of them did look, like we said, lunky out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now in practice, they don't just if they're playing on the same team and just the way it's going in those practices, they're not having to run up and down the court as much. But no, I'm not worried. I mean, again, we got Pryor, Hadley, and who else that played last year?
That thing that
Kanai.
yeah.
The ones that actually got some significant minutes, throughout the season. Everybody else is new, so there's going to be gelling periods. Even though you've been running in practice with each other, you're running against your own teammates. So there is some differences between that and playing against guys you have no affiliation to. You don't care and love about those guys like you do your teammates. So subconsciously, practice is a little bit different, than in a game. So we may beat Bucknell by 50.
It was just like a glorified practice.
Yeah.
You get the fans in the stands and things like that. You get now with a lot of like Michael and some of the other players, the new players, they're witnessing how the Yum Center is when it's rocking. Not all that adrenaline is going. It's going to take some getting used to, especially in a Louisville uniform.
Yeah.
So
I know Trey White was shocked to win at the Yum Center for sure.
That's probably his first win there.
So I mean, it is what it is. When stuff like that, those coaches are on that sideline and they're looking at every minute detail as to what they can work on, what they can improve on. And let's be real. He didn't show anything that he's going to do in the season.
No.
It was just let's see how these guys work together,
run together,
how they operate under pressure, how they operate out of timeout situations. So it was just a glorified practice in front of everybody.
There were a lot of back iron shots, especially in that first half. Like a lot of them were probably a little amped up. They were on deep threes, hitting the back of the rim. So, they got a little juice in them. They're going to come around.
Yeah.
There's a reason that McNeely, Ryan Conwell, and was it Woolley?
Woolley.
That were all 40+% 3-point shooters last year. That percentage is going to come around. You don't go from being a really good 3-point shooter to not being able to shoot a three. It just is what it is.
Two quick thoughts. You bring up the deep three. That's normally what Shawn looks for on Plenty of Fish. And secondly,
easy two is what he's looking for.
Slight.
He's looking for a layup.
Dang.
A free throw. All he's getting is technicals and flagrants.
There's a fragrant foul there somewhere.
Somehow Shawn fouled out. There's nobody else there.
Shawn had 7 fouls
on himself.
Slight flex, but I saw Michael Brown miss more shots in this game than I've seen him miss all summer long.
And he's playing to get like a different level of talent. It just is what it is.
When they scrimmaged the TBT teams this summer, like he was hitting everything he put up. When they practiced with Russ and them, when he practiced with Donovan Mitchell, Donovan, was able to set him up for good shots. So
still
I think
level
it's
of familiarity though, right? Because it's still Louisville.
You're
Louisville centric, right?
Your practice.
You're not in the Yum Center,
right? But you play all the time. I think they have practice in the Yum Center.
But not
a lot
with a full crowd,
right? So
I just want to see Michael.
Trey White had never played there before in front of a full crowd either.
I want to see Michael be more of a distributor. I feel like if he would have done that, we would have seen him have easier shots.
Maybe.
Because
he didn't play a lot with Ollie though either.
No, he didn't.
So I think that's a combo that I would like to see. If he is a scorer, have him out there with Ollie, to where Ollie can kind of run the sets and maybe set Michael up, and maybe that helps him get going with the distribution too.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I don't think he's more of a pass first point guard, Shawn. I think he's more of a scoring point guard, to where his aggressiveness going to the rim and attacking to get his shots off would force double teams or force people to look at him to where he can get other guys open now because all eyes are on him.
Right.
So now you have that back door. You get to catch someone sleeping because they're so focused on the ball. You get a Hadley or Woolley or McNeely that can be open. So I think maybe the pass first would come later on in his career, but as of right now, I think he's more of an attacking guard, a scoring guard that his playmaking can come off of his aggressiveness.
I had just realized last night something too, y'all. Do y'all remember last summer, or maybe it was 2 summers ago? I went to Orlando, got to hang out with the Flowers family. They were playing in an open run. Michael Brown was part of that open run.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that at that time. I mean, I asked who the kid was then because I was talking to Tennessee State's head coach, whatever his name is, and telling him about how excited I was for Michael. He's like, "You remember he was in the gym with us that day?" I was like, "Oh, that was yeah." So I do remember now. I didn't remember then. Even then, he wasn't missing anything. Like he threw one shot up between his cheeks and it went in. So it was between the legs and it went in. So it's crazy. I just think, like you all said, I'm going to echo it and double, triple, quadruple, 55 stamp it. So many times, coaches do not use exhibitions as teaching grounds. They use it as, let's see if we can blow teams out. Let's see if we. I really felt like by watching, and not just because we lost. Had we won, I'd have felt the same way. I feel like there was a lot of teaching going on, and I was happy to see that because we hadn't saw that in a couple of years.
He was looking to get some stuff on film to
Mhm.
go back to the drawing board with, right? Because you're only
Absolutely.
seeing what you see in practice against your own players. Again, top level talent, Kansas, especially Peterson. That was his name, I believe. He's a dog.
Other freshmen?
Yeah,
Dog.
Yeah.
he don't look like a freshman.
No.
Nope.
He looks like a grown man.
And he put it in. Never mind. That was going to go in.
Yeah.
Hey, if that dude gets drafted in the lottery next year, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. For real. Just off that, I mean, just what I've seen in that one game. Like, just he looks clean. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's crisp, everything's clean. His mechanics, his shot, his attitude. You know, you didn't see him get too high. You didn't see him
He's a
get
pro
low.
already.
Yeah, already, absolutely.
Yeah. He's top 2, and he might not be 2.
No. Listen, we got the road ahead. We got a tough, just like last year, tough first 12, 15 games of the season. Only it's a higher level of difficulty. We've got your Kentuckys. We've got is it Tennessee?
Tennessee, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Memphis.
We got some heavy hitting, and I'm sure I'm leaving out somebody. I feel like I'm leaving out
We are.
somebody. But we got some big time opponents.
Indiana.
In Indiana. Do we play Indiana?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, on December 7th or 8th, something, a Saturday game.
7th, I think.
And then later in the year, it's the return of the 2 weeks left in the season non-conference game, which I love that. When Denny was here, we used to play UCLA with about 2 weeks left in the season.
That's Baylor, right?
It was awesome. It's Baylor this year.
Our first choice.
And listen, those Baylor fans, a little testy because I got into it with a bunch of them this week because their head coach was basically throwing shade at Pat Kelsey, and actually Scott Drew tweeted something out or retweeted. He had made a statement. He retweeted it with the reset. It was Hurley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Made a statement.
Yeah.
This isn't right. And then Scott Drew retweeted it and put the 100 emoji. So I quote tweeted Scott Drew with the 100 emoji and pointed out the fact that he's got 3 European players on his team that got paid before and was doing the same daggone thing. This is, and I know what some people will say. Well, it's not the same because overseas they've only got one route and it's European to the NBA. And here you can go college to the G League. No, professional basketball is professional basketball.
Agreed.
Here's the thing.
Facts.
Everybody has the same opportunity. So Scott Drews, Danny Hurley's, Tom Izzo's, you know what? If y'all didn't know the rule, then that's on you.
Right.
Freaking Kelvin Sampson didn't know it, and he's like, "Oh, I just found out we're recruiting the oh my god, the Knicks G League player." I can't.
Oh yeah, that was so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I don't agree with that. You're recruiting one of them." Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like everybody has the ability to do it, you know. So cry me a river, just because we, you know, like whatever, like Pat. So what that makes me feel is a little bit impressed that we're on top. You know, we're ahead of the game.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
ahead of the game, and we're getting in on some of these players that have went to the G. Look, here's the thing: they're making less in the G League than they're going to get paid in NIL. So, like,
Yeah.
who cares at this point? 5 years ago, I'd have been like, oh, okay, it's kind of crazy that they were a pro, like they probably shouldn't get their amateurism back, but like everybody's getting paid now. Like if this guy comes here, I don't even know if he was a freshman, like how many years he's got a eligibility. 2 more.
Yeah, 2.
He may make
Yeah.
$4 million
Yeah.
in college, and he was probably going to make about $200,000 in the G. Probably not even that much because they got a tiering system for the G
Yeah,
League, and it's
yeah.
not very well compensated. We'll
No.
say that.
No, absolutely not.
Cry me a river.
And I do. And here's the thing: even with the rule for the G Leaguers is that they could not have appeared in one NBA game. The European guys played in the highest leagues over there and come over here.
Oh yeah.
And so people will argue that it's vastly different, but man, those Baylor Bear fans came for me, and I had to annihilate them one by one. Chris Curry says, "Is it me, or if Peterson doesn't explode for 30 almost, what would Kansas have looked like?"
Yep.
Very subpar. They would have looked very. But again, if they were doing the same thing Pat Kelsey was doing, Bill Self is a genius. He's a national championship coach. He could have been doing the same thing Pat Kelsey was doing. He just happened to have a guy that didn't miss, and our guys did miss.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he was.
go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from Kansas. Was like, no, he was their only instant offense the entire game.
Absolutely. Babu says the worst thing for Michael, I believe, was Peterson getting off to a hot start. That put pressure on himself after that. He put pressure on himself after that and never looked comfortable.
Agree.
That's a very.
You know what? Maybe something he should take from Chucky last year. First 6, 7, 8 games, Chucky would braid his hair up, right?
Yeah.
Once he let it fro and flow, different Chucky.
Once he let the fro flow, it was
different Chucky.
And
So Mikel, let it out, brother. Let it out.
He also did it on the defensive end too, early on in the season. So I think he was averaging almost like 4 steals a game at one point.
Yeah.
Early in the season. So if you're struggling on offense, and you're an offensive player, pick up on the defensive end, and maybe you get going that way.
My only thing with Michael was, and maybe it was just heat of the moment, aggravation, whatever, but it sure did look like Peterson was putting his hands on Michael and putting him wherever he wanted to put him in order for him to get a better shot. He was out muscling Michael.
Oh, yeah.
It almost looked like it was a grown man playing against a first year freshman in college. Now, Michael just got here not too long ago. He's in the weight room.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but he was the number 8 in the ESPN Top 100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
every time they showed his graphic on there, every single time, Michael
Every
Brown Jr.,
time.
number 8, ESPN Top 100. And I don't know what Peterson was. He may have
I
been
think number 2.
Okay, so
I was about to say he was number 1 and number 2. But honestly, yeah, that was one of my other takeaways. Peterson was getting handsy on offense and defense.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't think he did anything inappropriate. He just used his strength and outmanned.
Did it get called?
No.
So if it's not getting called, try it yourself.
Yeah.
We did. They called us a couple times.
Well, that can be pointed out, though.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of pointed out, at least they didn't Sami Zayn us to death in the post. Wait a minute, post. Never mind.
Way to point that out.
Yeah. Well, I want to do this too before we wrap up. I want to give flowers to a couple people. First off, Ali Khalifa's every bit of what they told us he was before the season. Point forward. Now he started to do too much. Here's the dangerous thing. When you're playing basketball, Shawn, I don't know, you've probably never played anything competitive in your life, but when you get on the court, you start hitting shots, you want to shoot more shots. You make good passes, you want to create more passes. Guys that don't even, I can remember playing out at the outdoor courts in Fairdale, and me and my buddy were just playing the two. It was us 2 and 3 kind of Shawns versus 2 other good players and their 3 Shawns. And I remember at one point I was just like dribbling the ball between my legs, like for passes. and you just get in the flow and you start feeling yourself. Ali Khalifa got in the flow the other night, was making some nasty passes, and they were connecting, and then he got a little bit too. He just started like I swear at one point I saw him bounce it off his wiener, and it went like that's the best word I could use. He just was like, boom, and it went right over to.
Hey, that first half, dude, like I legit like was geeking out several times on passes that he made.
It was smooth. It was smooth. So that's
how do you make basket?
Oh no, that's
Ivan
Zoo grease to make foul. Zoo make foul. Joey, what about you? I went first. Everybody else's went first, except for Shawn.
Was the question?
Who'd you give your? They were exactly what I thought they were going to be this year. Their flowers.
Pat Kelsey.
Okay. Kind of a cop out, but I'll allow it.
No, and I'll tell you why. So which you didn't know, we've already talked about this. I watched a little bit of the huddle Saturday morning, and they were talking to him, and he brought it up. He said, last year we kind of monikered this team as the Revival, right? He said, now we're ready to take this to the next level.
Yeah.
So just his demeanor, the way he talked about the team, the way he talked about the city, the way he talked about his counterparts in the athletic department, just not only the love that we have for him and our sports, but the love that he has for this city and the sports and all the sports. You can tell that he's 1,000% bought into making this a top 5 program year in and year out. So last year was his first year. Everybody's like, well, can he do it at a top program? Right? He did it. He did it.
He did it.
He did it.
He did it.
Yep. And he's gonna do it again.
He did it.
And again. And again.
He did it.
So you say he talked about getting there last year and wanting to make sure like this year we were on that we had. So
he had zero concern about Friday night's game.
Right. So what I'm proposing to the masses out there, last year was #Revival. This year it's #Arrival. We have arrived. It's time to do it. It's time to win this title. It's time to do big things. I love it. I think it's going to happen. Sam, who surprised you, or who were you impressed with the most? It's okay if it's the same person.
Well, that was a different question than what I got. I mean, that's
what I asked. I said, who surprised you, and you said Pat Kelsey.
Oh no, I thought you said who you thought they were going to be.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
on the court, right? That's the same thing, just different words.
Oh well, surprising me, Kobe Rogers. Then sorry, because I didn't know what he was.
Right, that's why I was like, Pat. I said kind of a cop out, but okay.
Well, that's why I didn't understand why it was a cop out, because like I thought he was good and he showed why he's good. Anyway, I misunderstood the question.
Right.
So Kobe Rogers would be who I was most surprised with, because we hadn't seen him on the court, and he came out there and made a difference. There were times where I was like, maybe he's PG1 for the start of the season, at least until Michael, gets his bearings about him and can ease into the flow of the game, because Kobe Rogers looked phenomenal. Energy. So what was the one guy from he was an African player last year. He missed several
Boubacar
Traore. His energy and his bounce and everything. Yeah. Well, and this is not knocking Booby at all. Add more skill and focus.
Yeah, because Boubacar was a little raw.
He was a little wild. Kobe Rogers is not. No, he's skilled, and taking the ball to the basket, passes, getting in there for rebounds. Like he did it all. And when him and Ollie were on the court at the same time, that's when we made our runs. That's when we were coming back.
Yeah. Chris Curry says, wait till Kenai figures out he's big enough to play bully ball now.
Oh, I think he is.
I don't disagree with that at all. Chris Curry also says Bill Self almost lost his mind during a timeout at Trey White's defense.
Well, he wasn't taught.
Yeah, well, bless his heart.
Sorry, I interrupt Sam.
No, you're good, Sam.
I don't have any.
Nobody surprised you. Okay, Shawn.
Well, he didn't watch it, and we told him he didn't need to watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. My bad. My bad. Sam gets the pass. Shawn?
I was gonna pick Kobe because Kobe, I didn't know what he was gonna bring
Sure.
onto the floor, and then I see really good defense, and on offense, he was a spark plug. He was able to he calmed us down after that first about 8 minutes, whenever he came in with Khalifa. I expected what I saw from Khalifa, so that's why I didn't pick him.
I didn't know what to expect from Ali either. Just have been being off for a year with an injury, and
Well, when he got here, he was like 330 pounds,
Yeah.
and to see that he had worked hard. Those of us that go to the gym religiously know how hard it is to shed pounds, and just see that he had put that work in was really, really impressive.
that would have been my secondary. Would have been Ali. Ali and Kobe really impressed me Friday night.
Wes, what about you?
Since everybody else took Kobe because he was the instant spark plug, but Ryan Conwell, honestly.
I was gonna say Cole Sherman, but okay, Ryan Conwell.
Yeah. Nah, Ryan Conwell. I mean, we knew he had the physicality to his game, but the tenacity he showed in general, like just his grit. Like when it came to them guarding him on the perimeter, face guarding him, trying to stop him, he's like, okay, I'm gonna put my head down and go to the rim. You can try and stop me if you want to. He's going around everybody. It's like, no, what the?
Your speech a little bit more emphatic there. My bad.
Yeah, nah. I was like, wait, what? What's going on?
Wes started a filibuster.
Bless you.
His diatribe.
No, man. I thought that no, all great choices. There weren't really too many to pick from because we'd seen a lot of them play before here or against us. As far as McNeely is concerned, I do think Ryan Conwell is my pick to be the guy that could be like at the beginning of the year. It's like, well, maybe it's going to be Chucky, maybe it's Javon. I think Ryan's going to be the guy that surprises us this year, and that may end up being a top 5 defensive guy for us this next season. Tuesday at 7 on the ACC Network, we believe the Cards take on Bucknell in exhibition numero
Friends of Jimmy V.
Deuce, the Friends of Jimmy V Classic. Rapid fire next. Higgy, there better not be any errors in this. Peyton Peterson and Chloe Chacoin each had 10 kills to lead the number 8 raked. Okay, they're out in the yard. Ranked U of L. Just that's what it says, the 8th ranked U of L. I'm going to correct it. Volleyball team to a 25-23, 25-13, 25-22 win over Duke. They also beat North Carolina today, I believe Shawn said.
Yep.
North. The Louisville field hockey team lost 2-0 to number 3 ranked Virginia in an ACC battle Friday afternoon at Traeger. In the game, Virginia held a 7-6 edge on shots on goal, while Louisville earned 6 penalty corners to the Cavaliers' 1. Virginia's goalkeeper Nilu Lempers recorded 6 saves, while Emily Young of Louisville notched 5 stops of her own. The 20th ranked Louisville women's soccer team, who may be the hottest team on the campus right now, at 12-3, picked up a 3-0 win over NC State Thursday night at the Dale Soccer Complex. I believe that's probably in Raleigh. The Cardinals fought till the end and capitalized late in the game with 3 goals in the second half to collect their 12th win of the season and 5th in ACC play. The 5 ACC wins are the most wins in the conference since the 2019 season, like it was a long time ago. The Louisville women's basketball season opener against number 1 UConn has been moved to the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. ESPN events announced Thursday night. The game will still take place on Tuesday, November 4th at 5:30, and it will still be broadcast on ESPN. The game was originally scheduled to take place at Ramstein Air Base in Germany. That would have been a really cool game for them. Those of you all that don't know, Sam's also our women's basketball beat writer, and alongside I was going to tell him this after the show, but with our new Louisville women's basketball photographer, Renee Russell, like them two together working on recaps, and anytime he needs photos for a story, he can always tell her what he needs, and that's going to be a dangerous duo right there for sure. The U of L baseball program has entered into an arrangement to add Aaron Flaker as baseball player personnel consultant. Aaron Flaker is a real good dude. We're going to have him on the show here in a couple weeks, and let him explain to us exactly what a player personnel consultant does and is responsible for. Higgy says that some of his roles will include connecting prospective companies and businesses with Louisville baseball student athletes to create new name, image, and likeness avenues and opportunities. He will also be assisting with the Louisville Baseball Dugout Club, driving financial support for facility improvements and upgrades, alumni relations, and helping to increase community awareness, engagement, and support of Louisville baseball. Listen, we appreciate you all tuning in tonight. We want you all to please support our photographers, Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, Justin Kruger, Keith Russell, and welcome again to our new photogs, Renee Russell and Taylor Kopp. Taylor Kopp is not only going to be a backup photographer for the squad, but she is also the first ever and new Louisville men's basketball beat writer for CardinalSportsZone.com. We've had a lot of female. That's one thing I will take pride in and say that a lot, and not throwing any dirt on any other sites. We've had a female in power here at Cardinal Sports Zone pretty much the whole. It's been a couple years. Since Katie stepped down due to her health issues and things like that. But we started off with Paige, Sherrod. Then we had Daryl Faust. Then we had Katie Gobin. All amazing people, did really good jobs. And now Taylor and Renee are continuing that legacy. And I cannot wait. Taylor's also our new social media manager. So if you get a request on Snapchat or TikTok from Cardinal Sports Zone, it's not a bot. It's not spam. Taylor's trying to build those up and do some stuff on there. So it's going to be a good time. We're very, very excited. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube or Facebook to be alerted anytime we go live. You can find the audio version of this podcast on over 125 podcast avenues, as long as Shawn remembers to hit post, which he didn't this week. Just Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart, to name a few. Hit subscribe, like, heart, +sign, or whatever kind of hand signal Shawn makes in his pocket now. To have these downloaded immediately to your laptop, PC, or phone. I never know how to quite finish that transition because it sounds creepy, but I'll allow it. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, it's easy to find. Go to CardinalSportsZone.com, hit the podcast tab, podcast drop-down menu, select CSZ Podcast. It's easy. And that's for the stuff that we've been doing the last 7 years, the stuff we did from the very beginnings under archives, the stuff we did, I believe it was 2013 to 2018. Nick Malvano deleted accidentally. Please send him your hate mail today. Check out our exclusives on CardinalSportsZone.com, the place it all began. Shout out to everybody who's sharing the podcast. We appreciate you guys. Shout out to Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage doing the Lord's work from Monday through Friday from 10 to noon on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. Shout out to our guy Dalton Pence, who has Mondays with DP, pause, from 6 to 7 on the Big X. And shout out to Terrence Jennings and Blake McCauley's new show, Spill in the Ville. They're doing a really good job. Follow them on all social media avenues. They're really easy to find. Just type out Spill in the Ville. Full words, four words, different amount of letters. Yeet. Social media wise, where can they find you all at, Wes?
Wes Keyes _CSZ.
Sam.
Baseboy 124.
Joey.
Joe Wallman 526.
Shawn.
I don't know why he's a flash.
I don't know. Kick yourself on. Don't ask me.
He is a self-starter.
Uneffing believable. Elville Shawn, S. Barber 6.
And where can they find you on Plenty of Trout?
Deep Sea Fishing 1.
Okay. Quick.
Fishing on the shoreline 1.
He did it.
Forgot my tackle box 1. I ain't got no pole 1.
So what you don't need to have your username is Master Baiter Shawn, because people can pronounce that a different way and it may get us all in trouble. I'm at Jeremy _CSZ. The website is at card, singular sport, singular zone, because somebody hacked our old one and messed that all up. Facebook, we're Cardinal Sports Zone, 3 words, and YouTube, we're Cardinal Sports Zone, no spaces, 1 word. Shout out to our good friends out at the 502 Circle, Mark and Dan doing the Lord's work. And thank you to Prime IV, our title sponsor. Speaking of Prime IV, did you know that regular IV therapy can help improve your energy levels, boost your immune system, and enhance your overall well-being? Not any other part, Shawn. At Prime IV Hydration and Wellness, their memberships offer a convenient way to maintain your health with monthly treatments. Visit them at Prime IV blah, 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 in Middletown to learn more about how their wellness plans can support your lifestyle and help you feel your best every day. Call them at 502-251-9836. I'll be the first one to tell you all, anytime I hear of a new health craze or fitness craze, I'm very skeptical. I didn't believe in this at all. 1,000%. As soon as I went in there and tried it, because I was very, very sick, I had literally my brain's out for like 4. I had some sort of bug, and I was dehydrated severely. And my wife, she's a nurse. She's like, well, some of the nurses at work, when they get dehydrated, they just hook up, saline bags and run them. And I said, well, how's that going to help me? I don't work with you. She's like, well, there's places out there that do it. So I Googled hydration joints. Prime IV was the first one that popped up. I said, I wanted to try anything. I have felt like crap the last 4 days. Felt worse than I did when I was in the hospital. So she talked me into it. Me being the cheap Jeremy I am, I saw that they had offered. The reason I picked them over the other ones is real simple. They had an introductory offer that was like 75% off. So I was like, doing that one, did it, and I'm so happy I did it. I'll never look back. I'm going to do those for as long. Now, they are a little expensive, but anybody that drinks regularly, smokes regularly, does anything like that, eats out fast food 37 times a week, it's no more expensive than any of that.
I feel attacked.
Listen, I mean, that wasn't aimed towards you, but if it hit you, then yeet, the target was acquired. But no, it is a little pricey for some people. I believe it's anywhere from 100 to 150 a month, but you get a lot for that 150. You get like you get 2 drips a month. They have injections of vitamins and stuff like that. And if you sign up for their monthly plans, it's even cheaper and you get more discounts off of everything. So please give them a shot. If you've ever felt dehydrated, like you need more vitamins, any of that stuff. If you're wanting help with weight loss, they've got stuff for people, not pointing any fingers or naming any names, but may go out and get hung over on the weekends. I can't figure out the camera. I'm not looking at nobody particular, but I know Joey's looking at me like, what are you doing? But no, the elbow's actually pointing at. Oh, okay. But no, they have
They
stuff.
have stuff for erectile dysfunction too, Shawn.
They don't have girth builders. That's for sure.
Well, weight loss every 20 pounds or 30 pounds, something like that. It's supposed to be an inch.
How many pounds you think Shawn needs to lose? He don't have 50 pounds on it.
Well, I wasn't talking about that. That ship has sailed.
God. Tom Jeffrey said, didn't Bill Self get annoyed with Kelsey? I thought I saw it on Twitter. Look, he's a bulldog. He may have. Shawn, we have got a bot in the chat that says Slim at Slim version XYZ. Follow me. No, we're not doing that. Add to block list. I don't know, Tom. I'll be honest with you. I love social media because it brings us all together, right? All of you all are watching right now because of social media. But I'm the type of person that I get really annoyed with people thinking that everything has to be one way. And your opinion cannot be different from their opinions, right? And that just absolutely drives me crazy. It also drives me crazy that there's a lot of people on social media that pretend like they're a big deal when they're in all reality, they're really not. It annoys me. I didn't know we were doing a pipe bomb on Cardinal Sports, but I guess we will. It also annoys me a lot when people are pretending to break news all the time and all they've done is like look at somebody else's work and steal it. So And also the people that say stuff to you on social media that wouldn't dare say it to your face in public. All that stuff annoys me. So I try not to get on social media a whole lot other than to promote our work and interact with the fans. Even when I see people trying to be stupid in the mentions, I just block them. It's not because they'll say, "Oh, I got him to block me." No, I block all ignorance. So if you're wearing that as a badge of honor, then you're probably part of the problem. I digress. Final thoughts for tonight. Joey, go ahead and lead us off with your weekly final thoughts.
Maryland sucks.
Absolutely.
Get snipped and do like Shawn and remain abstinent, but help control the population.
I'm glad he didn't say pet population because then that would have
He is helping control the pet population because he's not doing anything with them, I hope.
Okay. Wes.
Glad basketball season's underway. Starting to get underway. But other than that, go Cards, keep the momentum going in football. Another hard fought win. Just keep it rolling.
Sam.
I guess you could say Friday or early in the week. It marked my favorite time of the year, where you have football and basketball on TV just about every day of the week for I think until about March or April, something like that. So outside of that, I'd say go Cards and keep grinding this out. I think we still have a good season ahead of us. We just have to stay the course.
Wes, I think for Christmas we're all going to pitch in and buy you a laptop that you can do the show from, so we don't have to hear the noise backfeed off of your Nextel.
He said Nextel.
What was the other one that you used to have back? Your Boost Mobile phone. We're going to chip in and get you a laptop to call into the show and it's only doing it when Joey talks, which means it's very, very loud in my ear. But
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But Shawn.
Let's enjoy the fact that basketball is started up, and I'm looking forward to Tuesday to see how Michael Brown comes back from that game. I think he's going to look a whole lot better. I'm also curious to see who starts this game, because last game is on the fruit. Do we start Ali Khalifa this game? So it'll be very interesting to see all that. Other than that, also 6-1 team, football team, looking like it could be playoff bound. It's a good time to be a Card.
Well, for Shawn, it's 6 letters, one word. Chooch. Listen, episode 300. It's 6 letters.
No, I'm saying there's another 6-letter word that.
Fudge. Oh, okay. But I would have said 6 letters, one word, something Shawn don't get.
No, I was talking about Virginia without the IA.
I was gonna say
Right.
that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, okay. Well, we were both thinking of V words.
Yeah.
And they're both accurate. Again, 2 weeks, 5 episodes away from a landmark episode for us here at Cardinal Sports Zone, episode 300. Don't know how many more landmarks we got in us, but we'll keep rolling till the wheels fall off. Again, welcome Renee Russell, women's basketball photographer. Her husband, Keith Russell, now full-time men's basketball photographer. And historic addition, Taylor Kopp. Follow them all on social media. You'll be able to find Keith and Taylor easy on Twitter and Instagram. Renee's only on Instagram. We'll put out we used to have a post that had everybody's ads on it. We'll do that again here sometime really, really soon. For the new additions. By the way, did y'all see, and I know not everybody's going to be, Shawn's not going to be excited about this. I don't know if Joey will be, but did y'all see that Tony Braxton, Boys II Men, and New Edition are going on tour this summer?
I did.
Holy 1990s Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is all the New Edition still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did I think at least one of them had already died?
I don't know. All the Boys II Men are still alive. They just cut one of them out of the group.
Yeah, the deep voice guy.
Back in school, we used to think about it. Yeah, Mike McCrary. Injection fellas.
The only thing I would have changed, and no offense to Tony Braxton, she's amazing, but if you could have had Boys II Men, New Edition, and Jodeci.
You know, that's funny because our guy Moore that's in the group chat, he's like, man, I would like to have seen Jodeci added to that. That would have absolutely not. But interesting question to end the show. This is non-U of L related. If you could inspired by Joey, take a bow. If you could remove Tony Braxton from that tour and put any other female entertainer in there, who would you put in there? Wes, I'll let you go first on this.
Hold on, give me time
They have to be
think.
alive, right?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually a crazy one. Okay, Janet tours by herself, so can't say Janet. I'd have to think. You got to give me a second.
Okay.
What's the list again?
It's Boys the Men.
The new edition.
It's a new edition. It's Tony Braxton. But we're taking Tony out to Tony's little fine behind out of it. We're going to stick another female act in there instead. As soon as I say mine, y'all will be like, yep, that's exactly who it should be.
Oh, I got it.
All right, go.
Between SWV or TLC.
Okay. Can't stand you.
He took it, right?
It was SWV. Mine was SWV.
He took it.
Dang.
He did it.
Mother.
He did it. He did it.
We got to get that guy in here to just say that repeatedly. Hey.
He did
I
it.
can find
He did it.
somebody to come in here
He
and
did
say
it.
it.
Sam, Aaliyah would have been a good. I know that's why you said.
Well, no, the Whitney would have been.
I was thinking Whitney.
Yeah.
but
Mariah Carey probably would have been a good one too.
I was just going to say Mariah.
But if you added Mariah Carey, you would have had to add
Nick Cannon.
Wu Clan because
OD.
Sweet Fan. Yeah, ODB because that song
Missy. You could add Missy to
You
it.
got to add Timberlake as well.
Well, Timberlake.
Timberland.
It's not Timberland. It's Timba.
Go away from me, sir.
Yes. Move away.
Timba.
Move away.
You're welcome.
For Wes Keyes, for Joe Wallman, for Sam Baisden, for Shawn, the hopeless wonder, if he'll ever be touched, and for myself, Jeremy Wallman, we thank you all for your support. We love you guys. Until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast.